Hello guys, I'm your host V Mitch and welcome to Who Would Win. Today's matchup will be one that I thought of myself. It will be Albert Wesker from Resident Evil versus Lex Luthor from DC Comics, and this one could be pretty good if it did happen. I will admit up front though that I do know more about Lex Luthor than I do about Albert Wesker because I've never played any of the Resident Evil games. However, I've read a lot of DC Comics and Lex Luthor is one of my favorite characters in those comics. But I did do a lot of research on Albert Wesker, so I do feel like I can give out accurate information about him. So with that being said, I'm going to get to my notes and talk some more about these two characters. Now that I have my notes out, it's time to read them and talk some more about these two characters and their powers and abilities, starting with what they have in common. And I really could only find one thing. They both are associated with corporations like Lex. He runs LexCorp, and Wesker, I believe in the film franchise he runs Umbrella, but in the game franchise he just works for Umbrella. But now that I have that out of the way, it's time to talk about their differences, starting with Wesker. He is a better fighter, as well as he has powers of his own, like enhanced speed, enhanced reflexes, endurance, a healing factor, and agility. I'm pretty sure he has more, but that's all I felt like writing down at the time. Now it's time to talk about Lex Luthor though and what he can do. He is probably smarter. He's one of the smartest men in the DC world, if not the smartest, as well as he has no superhuman powers of his own. He needs his armor for that. With all that being said, which one do I think would win between Albert Wesker and Lex Luthor? I'm going to read this text from MafeJoe619 before I give my thoughts on this fight. He says, this match is difficult because these two characters have a lot of cash and they are strategically finding ways to pull off their missions. They both are world powers and they both also have advanced technology as well. But I'm going with Wesker because he can overrun Luthor with zombies. He is better trained and is a studier of weak points. One hit and Luthor is gone, and Wesker has more power. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I really don't know that much about Wesker, but if he really does have all these advantages, then I'm going to have to say that he would win, even though I do like Lex Luthor more. But let me know who do you think would win between Albert Wesker and Lex Luthor, as well as leave any ideas for a matchup below. This has been B Mitch, and I'll see you next time with another Who Would Win.